This month's videos are brought to you by Video Rangers Podcast, your one-stop podcast for 80s movies and TV. Check them out on iTunes and Google Play. Okay. I am up. It is it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I actually did wake up around 10 or so, but I just laid in bed for like 3 hours just because I feel like crap. I just laid in bed, watched YouTube videos, and just laid there because I just, I feel like death. But as always, death be damned, we got a video to make. So I don't plan on doing anything too crazy today. Today's not going to be like yesterday. Yesterday, I pushed myself further than I probably should have on a day where I felt really, really crappy. And now today, I'm really feeling that. That was not a, I mean, it was a good video yesterday. It was a great video yesterday, but probably not the smartest thing of me to do on a day where I felt like, I felt as bad as I did yesterday. So, okay, the plan is I'm going to go get some food. I'm starving. And also, I think we're going to go to a store that apparently is a new store that I've heard about. I've never actually physically seen this store, but I heard it's there, and I want to check it out. So, all right, let's go get some food, because again, I'm starving, and let's go do, hopefully, some media hunting. I'm not sure what we're going to find, if anything, at this new store. And what better to eat when you're feeling sick than a bit of Dunkin' Donuts? Yes, I know, it's probably not what I should be eating when I'm feeling this way, but when I get sick, I become like a pregnant woman. I get these cravings. I haven't had Dunkin' Donuts in, I don't even know. It's been a while since I've had Dunkin' Donuts. I enjoy Dunkin' Donuts, I just don't eat there too often. But I just get these cravings. Like all of a sudden I want foods that I haven't had in like months. I'm just like, oh, I really want to eat that thing. And I just got this craving this morning for sugar-raised donuts. I love these things. They are so good. Look at that. Just a pastry just caked in sugar. They're so messy, but they're so good. All right, we have arrived at the Country Mall. Yeah, now as I've explained to you guys before, this mall is a bit of a dead mall. This mall was pretty hopping back when I was a little kid, but over the past few decades or so, this mall has become a sad shell of what it used to be. It's surprising that it's still here, actually. The fact that they haven't torn this down to put it in, like, housing units or something is really, really surprising. But the reason we are here is because supposedly there's a new thrift store in this mall. I don't know, that's what I'm told. I'm not actually sure. I haven't seen it. I didn't bother to actually do any research. It was just what I was told, so I don't know, let's find out. Well, I think I found the thrift store. There it is, Dollar Thrift. Everything $1. That could be pretty awesome, but looking at it, I'm not really expecting them to have much in the way of anything media-wise. I don't know, let's go in and find out. Well, as it turns out, they actually do have movies here. That's fantastic, and apparently a boatload of movie posters, which is really, really cool as well. Anything good in there?
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Awesome, that is great. So, all right, this is good news. Let's dive in. Let's see what they got. Well, already we're off to a pretty good start. Coming across some Dink the Little Dinosaur. I love this series. Never released to DVD. I do already have a bunch of these VHS, so I may or may not have these, but regardless, I'm grabbing them. Definitely a great way to start things out. So the only other things I'm seeing that I really want to pick up is a little Rod Stewart and Cheetah. This is a Disney movie I do not yet have. Definitely grabbing that. And yeah, Rod Stewart, I mean, just look at that hair. How could I pass on that? As awesome as it is to see all these movie posters, I'm sure there's some really good titles in there. I already have about 1 million of these at home that I'm doing absolutely nothing with, that are simply just collecting dust. So as such, I'm gonna pass. Well, okay, Dollar Thrift picked up a few VHS tapes. That is great. And they gave me a really good deal on these as well, which is also quite fantastic. Now, I don't know if this is a store I'll actually make any special trips to come out to again, but if I'm in the area or I'm in the mall, I'm definitely stopping by. I did ask, they say they don't get in many DVDs, but they do get in VHS quite often, and that is fine by me. So I will definitely be back at this store to see what else I can pick up. So while watching the video back that I just shot, there is definitely a word that I say quite often, and that is definitely. I really need a thesaurus. I need to start figuring out a different word because I am even getting sick of how much I say definitely. All right, so that was definitely a good trip. So let's definitely get out of here and definitely go to a different store. I'm thinking definitely cash converters. Well, all right, even though I should probably just be going home right now because I feel like death, that would be the smart thing to do. We were right down the road from Cash Converters. And how am I going to pass up going in here when I'm only 5 minutes away? You guys know I love the store. I don't come here frequently enough. So let's go in, let's quickly see what they have, and then go home and lie down and not get up for a very long time. Well, this figures. The first cool thing I come across is Game of Thrones Season 3 on Blu-ray for only $5. That's a really, really good deal. Unfortunately, I do already have this season on DVD. For $5, should I upgrade? It's a really good deal, but I just don't feel I need to upgrade this, so I hate doing it, but I think I'm gonna pass. Now, this is something I certainly cannot pass on. The Essential Planes collection from Discovery Channel. You guys know how much I love my Discovery Channel documentaries. Certainly grabbing this one. It is only $1, not $9.99, and it does say previously viewed, but as you can see, this has never been opened, still factory sealed. I'm grabbing this. All right, well, I do believe that is about it. Not too much going on here today. Although, I'll tell you a story in a little bit. Had I come in here first, instead of going to the thrift store first, I probably would have walked out of here with some amazing deals. Because some other guy definitely did, but oh well. So, got a few things. All right, let's check out, go home, and see what all I picked up. Okay, back from a bit of media hunting. And what I probably should have been doing instead was lying down and getting some rest. But that would have been the smart thing to do, and well, enough said there. So bear with me. I know I sound like I'm dying, and that's because I feel like I'm dying, and I am slowly losing my voice, so I will try to make the best of this and get through it all. So, okay, let's take a look at what all I picked up. So as you saw, the first store I hit up was a brand new thrift store called Dollar Thrift, and of all places, the Coventry Mall, which is a ghost mall. It's a dying mall. There's not much left there, but pretty cool to see a new store pop up, and a really nice store. They had an okay selection of stuff. Media-wise, it was all right. All those cool posters. That was neat. Everything was only $1. The owner of the store was super nice. He was all about me vlogging in the store, and he just kept thanking me, and he shook my hand and stuff for vlogging and promoting his store. So really nice guy, really cool place, and I did find an okay amount of stuff here. So the first two titles I picked up were two Dink the Little Dinosaur releases. This is fantastic. A show that is yet to get a DVD release, which is a shame because this is a fantastic Hanna-Barbera series. I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. I love this show. I picked up Rivals and Skylar's Friend. Now, I do already own Skylar's Friend, so grabbing this one for the Cinema Sickness store, but Rivals I did not yet own, so very happy to get a hold of that, and in a squeeze and shake case, which is really, really cool. Unfortunately, they are both missing their tops, which I don't get. Why did somebody rip the tops off of these? I can't really comprehend that, but I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Still, very cool finds, a great series, and very cool to pick one up for both the store and for me as well. That is awesome. And then something else that has not yet been released to DVD, but that's because it's Disney and they tend to do that. We have Timon and Pumbaa's Wild Adventures, Hagen with Baby. Another great animated series that really does need a DVD release. Come on, Disney, please release the entire series, or at least some of these, to DVD. That would be fantastic. Again, missing its top, oddly enough, and I do already own this, so once again, picking it up for the Cinema Sickness store. And then some Disney that has been released to DVD. We have Cheetah. You guys know, trying to get every Disney release. I love Disney, and I've not yet seen this movie, so certainly had to pick it up. It has its top. That's great. And it comes in a squeeze and shake, which I also very much love. Apparently, at some point, somebody wanted $3.50 for this. I definitely did not pay that much. So very cool find. That is awesome. Some more Disney for the collection. Then, of course, how was I going to pass this up? Rod Stewart, Storyteller, 1984 to 1991. That hair sold me alone. This is full of a bunch of great Rod Stewart videos. That is awesome. Very, very cool. I do enjoy Rod Stewart, so of course, had to grab that. And then, finally, something else I picked up for the store. This is The King and I, the original soundtrack on cassette, but still in its packaging that was once packaged with the VHS, as you can see. So really cool. Still factory sealed. That is pretty neat. Again, grabbing this for the store. I do already have this album on on CD for myself, so really cool pickup there. All right, so now let's take a look at everything I grabbed from Cash Converters. So once again, after I was done at the thrift store, what I probably should have done was come home and got some rest, but I was right down the street from Cash Converters. I was 5 minutes away. How was I not going to stop in? I love that store. I always find really good deals there, and today was no exception. I found some really cool stuff. So definitely got some amazing deals, and was totally worth walking into the store just feeling like death. So I did end up picking up the Game of Thrones, the complete third season on Blu-ray. That is great. I actually think I'm going to grab this one for the store. I do already have this on DVD, as I mentioned, and I have seasons 1 and 2 also on DVD, so I don't really want to go like 1, 2 on DVD, and then 3 on Blu-ray, and then I'll probably end up getting 4 or something like that on DVD as well, and then it'll be all kind of weird. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to get this for the store. So, picking this up for the Cinematic store, I'm sure somebody out there will definitely want Season 3 Game of Thrones on Blu-ray. That is cool. And then for me, had to grab this. This is Discovery Channel Essential Planes Collection. I have the Essential Robots collection, so really cool to have robots and planes now. I love me some Discovery Channel documentaries. This is still brand new, factory sealed. It does say previously viewed, but as you can see, that is a bold-faced lie. That is great. Paid $1 for that. Fantastic deal. And then also $1 for the Raconteurs live at Montrexum. How do you say that? That word right there? I don't know. 2008. Raconteurs. Great band. I really do enjoy their music. So this is really cool. Does it have, please have it on here. I don't see the song I really want on here, though. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. Oh, they do. Broken Boy Soldier. That's a song I really like. It's on here. That is awesome. I'm so psyched now to check this out for that song alone. I really want to see that song done live. That is cool. $1 for that. Had to grab it. And then also, something I picked up for the Cinema Sickness store, and that is CKY4 Latest and Greatest. I actually had a copy of this not too long ago on the store. Sold pretty quickly. I know CKY, the releases are pretty popular. Apparently, they're like harder to find. I don't know, so had to grab that for the store. And then also for the store, saw this as I was checking out. We have Jurassic Park. Look at that Ultimate Trilogy. That is really cool. Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3, all on Blu-ray. So like I said, grabbing this for the store. I do already have all these on Blu-ray within my collection, so figured I'd grab this for the Cinema Sickness store. Unfortunately, disc 1 has a few slight scratches on it, but disc 2 and 3 are in perfect condition, so this was really cool. I had to grab it for the store. This is just an awesome find. I know somebody out there is definitely going to want that. It's great. It's a fantastic collection of 2 really good movies. Jurassic Park 3, yeah, but 1 and 2 are fantastic, so really cool find right there for the store. That is awesome. So there you go. There's everything I picked up, and as you can tell, my voice is definitely going away, so I'm going to lie down. I'm going to get some rest. I'm probably going to pop on a movie or 2 or something like that. I'll be back to talk to you guys later on about what movie I watched and give you guys a review, but as of right now, I really need my rest and maybe some, like, water, like ice water or something like that, because my throat is just killing me. So, all right, time to relax. All right, so I laid down for a little bit, and although I still do feel like crap, at least now I feel like, well, rested crap, so I guess that's good. Anywho, I decided on what movie I'm going to watch tonight, and that's going to be Storks. I'm very much looking forward to checking this one out. I'm a big fan of CGI animated movies, although, like I've said in the past, there are CGI animated movie levels. There's things like Disney Pixar, and then things like Everyone's Hero and Spaceship and stuff like that. So you never quite know what you're going to get. Unless it's Disney Pixar, I guess then you pretty much know you're getting a good movie. Unless it's Brave, which is just kind of okay, and Cars 2 wasn't very good, so alright, maybe never mind that. But still, you never quite know what you're going to get, so I'm very much looking forward to checking this out and seeing what kind of movie Storks is. So let's pop it in and let's see what level we're on.
Why are you being so creepy?
All right, Storks. This was a great movie. I will fully admit, I went into this thinking it was just probably going to be mediocre, but it totally took me by surprise. Turns out it was fantastic. I absolutely loved this film. It did have a few annoying, cheesy moments in it here and there, but most of this was very funny, had a lot of adult humor, which I actually really liked. That was great. I do think movie studios are definitely at the point now where they're realizing that adults like CGI animated movies just as much as kids, or they like to watch them together, so they definitely got to throw in some adult jokes, and they certainly do in this, which I thought was fantastic. So I just love this movie. I can't recommend it enough. If you're a fan of CGI animated films, this is one you gotta see. So the whole plot is that there are storks, obviously, and they, of course, deliver babies, as storks do. Well, it gets to the point where they no longer do that now. They've turned it basically to a FedEx, UPS type delivery service, and babies are not delivered by Storks anymore. Well, there's this orphan baby who never got delivered. She's been living with the Storks all this time. It's now her 18th birthday. It's time for her to go back down to the human world. She's always messing things up, and of course, right before she's about to go down, essentially, or well, they didn't really fire like they were supposed to, and so she ends up causing this huge mess where she ends up creating a baby. The whole baby making machine has been shut down, not destroyed, but shut down, and she ends up basically turning it back on, and a baby's now created. So what are they going to do? They got to deliver this baby, and the whole movie is them going through this crazy ordeal, this crazy adventure of them trying to deliver a baby. Why, of course, the boss of this like shipping company wants to put a stop to that because he does not want Storks delivering babies anymore. He's the one to put a stop to in the first place. Does not want that to come back. And of course, in the end, they realize that Storks were meant to deliver babies, and it all just comes full circle. And it's a great watch. It has some very touching moments. Certainly made me like tear up at some times, which is great. I love that. And again, had very funny moments as well. So as I said, cannot recommend this enough. If you are a fan of CGI animated movies, this is one that I would have to say is a must-see. It's not, Disney Pixar level, but it's definitely up there. It's in the higher range of CGI animated movies, if you ask me. So great job, Warner Brothers. I love it. Storks, check this one out. And with that, if you can't tell by my bloodshot eyes and the fact that I'm losing my voice, I am definitely off to bed because I have to get up at 6:30 tomorrow morning to go to work. Yay! If I was smart, I'd probably call out tomorrow, but I'm not smart, so I will most likely go into work because I just, again, am a genius. But anyway, so thank you guys so much for checking this video out, especially today because I watched some of the video I shot earlier, and yeah, this is not my best video ever. I'm just out of it. I'm dead. Now that I've got some rest, I am a little bit more peppy and upbeat now, but it seemed like I was about to pass out at any moment in like some of the previous video I shot. So I do apologize for that, but thank you guys so much for bearing with me and sticking through this video. Anyway, hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling a little bit better. I hope. We shall see. So again, as always, guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, if you want to see a new video from me every single day, hit that subscribe button, and you're going to get one. And don't forget to check out Patreon to help support the show, Spreadshirt.com to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, and of course, Instagram to pick yourself up some cinematic and just media goodies in general. So, again, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Oh yeah, I just realized I never told you what happened at Cash Converters. So I walk in, I start looking through the Blu-rays, and this guy comes walking around the racks with a huge stack of movies in his hands. I mean, he's literally walking like this. Movies piled up. He has his chin resting on the top. And of course, I see somebody carrying that many movies. I gotta check out what they have. And it was a whole stack of Disney DVDs. All Disney DVDs in this guy's hand. I was thinking, you gotta be kidding me. And then the lady behind the counter says to him, "Oh, you found them. Great, we just put those out." So meaning, had I gotten there maybe 15 minutes earlier, a half hour earlier, whatever earlier, had I just gone to Cash Converters before I went to the thrift store, I would have had a boatload of really cool Disney DVDs to show you guys today. Oh well, so I guess that wasn't the case. That's how it goes. You snooze, you lose. The first to see him gets him, and that guy definitely beat me to the punch, so oh well. But needless to say, I was very, very jealous of that guy. So I'm just going to assume that every one of those DVDs were horribly scratched, and I wouldn't have wanted to pick them up anyway. That's what I'm just assuming. So, yeah, really should have gone to Cash Converters first. Oh well, still got some good deals. So, again, that's it. Bye.